4 U.S. soldiers went to sleep in Afghanistan and woke up somewhere else entirely. No explosion, no warning, just wheat fields, warm air, and absolute silence. They got up, checked their gear, checked each other. Everyone's fine, equipment intact. They checked their compasses. Dead. Watches, dead. Radio. Nothing. And then one of them turned around and saw it. A massive city. Stone walls, columns, crowds. Very much not Afghanistan. It didn't take long to figure out where or when they were. Ancient Rome. As the sun started going down, they went for their MREs, those military meal packs, fully sealed, no cooking needed, last for years. Great in theory. Every single one was empty. So now they're in ancient Rome. No food, no comms, and absolutely no plan. But across the fields they could see smoke rising from what looked like a market. Where there's smoke, there's food. They moved out. People stopped, stared, backed away. And honestly, fair enough. These 4 showed up in bulletproof armor, helmets, and carrying weapons nobody had ever seen before. To Romans used to bronze, leather, and iron. This was another species walking through their streets. They stopped at a bread stall. One soldier pointed at a loaf. The baker had no idea what was happening. Neither side spoke the other's language. Then a Roman guard pushed through the crowd. He walked around them slowly, sizing them up. Got aggressive, raised his spear, and then a single gunshot. The guard dropped. The soldiers grabbed the bread and ran. Night 1 in Rome. Already a mess. Day 2. Rome didn't let it go. By midnight, the whole garrison was out looking for them, and they weren't alone. They brought the dogs, Molossian hounds. Think Rottweiler, but bigger, heavier, and trained specifically to hunt and kill. The Romans used these on actual battlefields. Once they have your scent, they don't stop. The soldiers did everything right. Changed direction, crossed water, stayed moving all night, but by morning, exhaustion caught up. The dogs found them at dawn, surrounded, outnumbered, and running on no sleep and stolen bread. But the Roman commander didn't give the order to kill them. He'd heard what happened in the market. He wanted to know more, and Rome had the perfect place for that. The Colosseum. The whole city showed up, and they brought out the arena's prized lion, a massive male from North Africa. Never lost a fight, the kind of animal that made gladiators nervous. The lion came out, spotted the soldiers, started moving toward them, 2 shots to the head. It was over in seconds. 50,000 Romans sat in complete silence for a moment, and then absolutely lost it. They'd never seen anything like it. No sword, no struggle, just 2 flashes of light and thunder, and the deadliest animal in the empire was dead on the sand. As far as Rome was concerned, these men were gods. Day 3. Rome treated them like it. They were moved into a top-tier domus, a proper Roman mansion built around an open courtyard, private garden, mosaic floors, painted walls. The kind of place senators lived in, and they were given the toga picta, full purple, gold embroidered. In Rome, purple dye was rarer than gold. It came from a sea snail, thousands of them just for a single garment. Only generals on their greatest day, or the emperor himself, wore one. Putting it on these 4 soldiers was Rome saying, "You're the most important people here. Breakfast every morning. Honey, fruit, fresh cheese, warm bread. Dinner every night. Roasted meat, fish, eggs, olives, oysters." The Romans were obsessed with oysters, by the way. They farmed them along the coast and considered them a delicacy. For a few days, life was genuinely good. Day 7. The Romans never stopped watching. Their scholars had been studying the soldiers since the Colosseum, and they landed on something. The power wasn't coming from the men. It was coming from the weapon. That long black object they never put down, never handed over, treated like it was part of them. So one night, a guard went in to take it. What he didn't know is that U.S. soldiers are trained to sleep with their rifle. Hand on it always. It's muscle memory. Even unconscious, they don't let go. The soldier woke up instantly. Another shot, another dead Roman, and within minutes the whole city wanted them dead. They moved fast, armor on, rifles up, out the door before the bells finished ringing. But Rome was already mobilized. They ran, through streets, through gates, out into the open land beyond the city. They ran until they physically couldn't anymore, dropped onto a hillside, trying to catch their breath. Then they looked back. A full Roman legion moving toward them. Shields up in formation, thousands of men, disciplined, patient, and coming right for them. The four soldiers looked at each other. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Last stand. The first volley stopped the legion cold. Shields splintered. Men went down. The Romans had never taken casualties like that fast, from that few people. But the commander had done his homework. He knew the weapons weren't infinite. He'd seen them reload in the arena, so he ordered a full sprint. Close the distance. Get to them before they can recover. Wave after wave, the soldiers fired until the rifles were empty. Hand to hand. 4 soldiers against 1,000. They held longer than anyone had a right to expect, but it ended the way it had to end. When it was over, Rome had won. But the casualties on the Roman side were staggering. Well over 200 dead, nearly 400 wounded. From 4 men, with weapons nobody understood. The soldiers were defeated, their rifles locked away. Roman engineers spent weeks trying to figure out how they worked. Never managed it. History doesn't record what happened to them after that. But the soldiers who fought them that day remembered. They told the story for the rest of their lives. About 4 strangers in weird armor who appeared out of nowhere. Killed a lion without touching it, lived like emperors for a week, and then made an entire legion earn every single step. Nobody could explain them. Nobody forgot them either.